guys, I just want to say welcome to today's vlog, although it is not actually yesterday. It's the day after. So I thought I'd check in really quickly. Yesterday we vlogged a little bit outside.
Flashback.
Good afternoon guys and welcome to today's vlog. So we've not vlogged anything this morning just because we were just, I don't know, having a bit of a lazy morning. Obviously we've done schoolwork and stuff like that. So it's now like gone 3 o'clock and Davina and Carl are actually here. So they're coming out in a minute. Davina's just writing an email. So I just left her to finish doing what she's doing and then she's going to come outside with us for a little bit. So we just brought the kids out because obviously we're sick and tired of sitting in the house. And really strangely, it's really mild today, like really warm and not cold. So perfect opportunity to come outside and play. Aurora's having the time of her life. So Vanellope's brought a scooter out, haven't you? And she's got a leather jacket on today because it's warm enough to wear it.
Santa didn't know I wanted this one.
Did he not? He must have done.
Yeah, because he knows I like frozen when I do.
I know you do, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you love that scooter?
Yeah.
Good. Come on then, get playing on it. Hi! Are you having fun? Yeah, you can have a go in a minute on Portia's knee, right? I know, your teeth are coming through nice and big now, aren't they?
This one is coming through really fast.
It is, isn't it? But this one's hurting you a little bit, isn't it? I think it's because it's pushing the other two out at the side of it. So I think you might lose them other two soon.
Yeah,
that means the tooth fairy has to come again.
Yeah, and then when I
but she's doing me head in because she's constantly touching it with her tongue. Like that. That's because you've not had teeth for so long and it feels weird now, doesn't it? Having a tooth there.
When the fairy comes where my tooth comes out, I might put the pennies in the penny box.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll have to show the guys that later, won't we? Because you got a 2p machine for Christmas, didn't you? And we got it out the other day, but realised it needed batteries and then we couldn't find any, but Dad's bought some now, so we can put them in, can't we? That's really clever, isn't it?
I'm in practicing it when I always go out.
Right. Oh, turning the camera up.
And watch. It has a little break at the back, so when you're going fast, you can just break it.
I was just going to say then, talking about the kids being on the phones, and everywhere you see my sister, she's on her phone. Look at her bump now, she's getting that round bump now. Squidlet in there. It's getting hard that now, isn't it? Okay, so Aurora's finally letting Vanellope have a little go with her sister. Aren't you? Are you having a go on this?
Yeah.
Hey? You getting on? Go on then. Hold on. You on? Yeah. Oh, watch you don't crash. Say, come on, get out of the way. She's thinking, no. Wait, quick, get on it before Vanellope gets it.
Let Nelly have a little go, then you can get back on.
Come on, you have a go on this then.
One minute, I'll be back.
She's coming back in a minute. You have a go on this. No, I just want to get on that. Ah, do you want to go on that? Do you like that? Oh! Thanks, Carl. Ruining the makeup there. Mummy just got it in the face. You did that on purpose. Where's Uncle Carl? Oh no, she just wants to get back on that.
End of flashback.
I've got this stupid camera that just will not go down. And then we just didn't vlog anything else. I don't even know why we didn't vlog anything else, but there's not really much to do in the house at the minute, and with homeschooling and everything, by the time we finished homeschooling, we are literally cleaning. I know Davina's partner, Carl, he absolutely loves that I do a lot of cleaning. So that is all I literally did when we came in yesterday. Clean, 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 clean. So what we did do yesterday, so when we got pregnant with Aurora, we didn't like, what's the word? We didn't document it in the way that we really wanted to. Well, not like trying and stuff like that. So this time we've decided we are going to document it and show you guys. So we've obviously actively trying now for another baby. We feel that even though it's still quite soon after losing our last baby, we just feel like, you know, it's time to try and hopefully get our little rainbow baby. So we've been doing the ovulation tests. I've never ever used an ovulation test, so this is the first time I've ever used one. And I just thought it'd be really nice. It's something different, something that we've never done before. And I just thought it'd be nice to get you guys to come along and share us doing this. Obviously, you have to do an ovulation test. I think it's every day or every other day, but we're just going to do one probably every day just to check, because I'm older now, so I'm not too sure when I ovulate, and it'd be nice to know whether I ovulate at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, or at the end of the month. It's really weird because the first one that we did yesterday, I'm going to show you in a minute, came up like really dark or more pronounced, and we were like, can't be ovulating yet. Like my period finished about 3 or 4 days ago, and I know they say wait until it's like halfway through, but we personally wanted to see, because a lot of people, I mean, they say that you ovulate halfway between your cycle, but a lot of people do ovulate earlier than that, so they always feel like they're not ovulating or they've missed it. So obviously it's not like the day after, it is like 3 or 4 days after when we took our first one. So we'll kind of get an idea. If we don't get a line between, then obviously we're going to know that next month, if we're not pregnant this month, that we need to test it like straight after, because I could be ovulating at the beginning. But I should imagine that it will get darker. But it was really strange. So yesterday, obviously, I need to stop saying obviously, I'd asked my sister to come down, and if she was coming down to pick some of these tests up. So she did, and then we did one. I think she got here around 3 o'clock. That's what we've marked it as, because I'm sure it was around that time. So the first one that we did was really, really like pronounced and just really like in your face, and we were just like, whoa, are we like ready? But we did another one later on just to see the difference, because I'm not too sure how it works with them kind of hormones, because I've never done this before. I'm not too sure whether you're meant to test in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. So if anybody wants to let me know if you've done any of these. I know you've got to take it at the same time every day, so obviously these first 3 are not done at the same time every day. I think we've decided we're going to do it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just because that's like in between, like half day. You've not just woke up and you're not just going to bed, so it's kind of in the middle. So if anybody thinks that's a good idea, please let me know. So I'm going to show you quickly the 3 that we done. We did do a pregnancy test, because I think what we're going to do is document like a pregnancy test once a week, and then see whether we get any lines. If we do get a faint line, then we'll probably do one each day to see whether the line's getting darker. And yeah, anyway, we've not decided whether we are actually gonna put, if it does come up with a line, whether we are gonna show it or not, because I think this time if we do get pregnant, we probably won't announce it properly until we feel we're at safe mark, just because of what happened last time. Just kind of, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we thought we'd show you and share this with you, and then you can see, because it's all new to me this, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. I think it's because they're just so good. Like, these are only the tests that look like pregnancy tests, so it brings up 1 line or 2 lines, and then it tells you if the darker the line and the same size as the controller line, then the closer you are to ovulating. Oh yeah, anyway, I'm just going to show you these very quickly. So we've just put them onto this piece of paper. We're just sellotaping them on. I probably will stick these onto a proper nice piece of paper when I get a bit of time, but this was just convenient. So as you can see, the first one we did yesterday did come up with quite heavy blue, well, 2 blue lines. Well, not blue, pink. And that's quite dark. And then we did another one in the afternoon and it wasn't as bright, and then we did one this morning and that was just no line at all. So we're kind of confused as to, was we ovulating straight after my period and now we're going out of ovulation? Because obviously you can still see it light then, and then today's is gone. So we really don't know. So we'll just have to keep doing one at 3 o'clock. So like, I've documented the times here, and then this was a pregnancy test that we did, but obviously this is negative, so it's not showing anything. But yeah, so anybody want to give your views and tell me what you think? This is just like really strange to just get 2 lines. So I'm trying to get it really close so you can see. I mean, I know it's not exactly the same colour, but they are the same thickness and pretty dark. And then this one to be like, I mean, you can just see the line there, but then on this one you can't see it at all. So I'm a little bit confused with all this. So I just thought I'd show you that and apologise for not vlogging yesterday. We didn't really have a reason why we didn't vlog. Obviously a lot of you know there is just so much going on at the minute, and it's a lot of stress for everybody, you know, because we're trying to fight to get Davina's baby to stay with her and Carl, and there's a lot going on in the background from my court case, Davina's court case, other stuff that has come up. And you know, when you do an overall look over everything, so much has been missed and ignored, and there's so many lies that social services have put. There's stuff in statements that people haven't even said. So we're in contact with MPs, we're in contact with the head of social services at Manchester, at Salford, at Longsight. It's crazy at the minute. So fingers crossed we'll manage to get somewhere, because we're going right back to when I first put the allegation in against my dad, and I was 21 at this point, and there was just so many opportunities for Davina and my brother to be removed from the care of my dad and my mum, especially like when the court case was over and they placed him back. There was no safeguarding done, there was no parenting assessments, even though my mum had just been to prison for harassment and loads of other stuff. And at the time of my court case, because it was, like I said, I've explained this before, because it was quite further on, there wasn't very much evidence, but the evidence that we did have was misplaced onto my mum's medical record. So that was the grounds of it being acquitted, just because of the medical mix-up. So there is an opportunity there for me to reopen that case. Well, I'm looking into it at the minute, so we'll keep you up to date with that and let you know whether we can. We might have to go and fight it for a European court, we're not too sure, but if we can, then we'll let you know. And also, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I can update you with. There's just so much, I just can't even remember. I'm just trying to think now. I can't even think. There's just so much to think about. But yeah, anyway, there's just so much that's gone on, so many lies being told between each authority. Then you find out when you do send sorry, I've got something in my mouth. I found out that when you do send complaints to the social services, well, it's actually a social worker that gets your complaint, and usually your social worker. So that's been mentioned to the MP as well, because that is just absolutely ridiculous. There should be one person that overlooks the whole of social services, and it should be someone independent. That system is so corrupt, seriously. It really baffles me. I mean, there's probably loads of social workers out there that go out and do the job properly, and there is not very many there isn't very many these days. So trying to get anything across to a social worker or put it into words where she can register it is impossible. And it's just like, oh, well, you'll have to go and speak to blah blah blah, you'll have to go and speak to blah blah blah, and when you try and put complaints in about them, it's like they just don't care. It's just, it's so frustrating. They think they can just walk all over you and treat you like you're a piece of dirt, when in fact they don't even know the truth. They're only going off what's wrote in front of them. And it should be law that you're allowed to have any of your past looked into if you think or feel that there's evidence that's been missed out or not looked into or stuff like that. There is so much. I mean, I'm not even a solicitor. I'm not CID. I'm not the police. But I feel like I could run rings round the police, the social services, and a judge, because the amount of stuff that I have read and looked up and looked into and gone through all the case files from mine and Davina's case, the amount of stuff that has not been mentioned is absolutely unbelievable. And the amount of times that my sister and my brother were failed to be removed is just, you would be so shocked and disgusted. So like I said, there is social workers out there that are probably really nice, you know, and go out and do the job properly and, you know, do protect the kids that really need protecting. But there is some out there that purposely just get up in the morning and think, whose life can I make hell today? And them kind of people should be sacked, because they're not doing the job properly. They're just ruining families for no reason at all. You know, it can be the slightest thing, like a little scratch. You could have scratched your kid by accident. It doesn't mean you've purposely gone out and scratched your kid. You know, little things like that happen. But there's so many stories I've read up on Facebook in some of the social services groups, and some of the reasons social services have come in and taken their kids is beyond ridiculous. But they're my views, and we're all entitled to our views out there and our own opinions. So that is mine. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Like I say, I do apologise that there's not very much of a vlog today. But as you can imagine, we have just got a million things to do. But I know that's not an excuse, because we can still vlog. But when you're trying to homeschool, and I'll keep repeating myself, because homeschooling is hard, and I am finding it so hard now. Not hard like I don't want to do it, or I've not got the time or the energy or the patience. It's nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that it's just hard work in general, like trying to understand how kids are learning these days compared to when we were learning in school is just so hard. And we've got Aurora, and then Dave has to go to the studio, so trying to do work with Vanellope, do work with Alfie, look after Aurora, sort the dinner, you know, make sure the house is still clean, do the mopping, do the hoovering, do the pots, you know, and then we've got breakfast and dinner. and then we need to make sure the clothes are washed, because if we don't get stuff done through the day, then we're running around like idiots trying to do tea, do the washing, do the cleaning, do the ironing, do the hoovering, and it just, between me and Dave, we are so stressed out, and I think like we've both really felt it. We've just been bickering at each other, just like over stupid things. It's not like it's anything important, or but it'll just be like, oh well, you've not done this and you've not done that, and it's, yeah, I think it's just trying to work out some kind of strategy and trying to stick to it. Like I said, when you come to the weekends, you get into such a routine, and then it comes to weekends and you just get out of it, don't you? It's a bit like when you've got kids and they go to the dads on the weekend, you have a really good routine, and then they go to the dads and they don't have one. They just let them run riot, do whatever they want, and then by the time they come home, you've got to try and get them back into your routine again, and then by the time you've done that, they're back at the dad's again. So that's how I found it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna leave you, and I'm gonna go and have a brew, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Even though I've not vlogged today, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't vlogged today at all, so I'm not too sure what we're gonna do. I mean, it's about 4 o'clock now, so I'm not sure. I'm not gonna lie. So anyway, love you all, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.